All right, welcome to another episode of Ask a Clutter Boss. Hester, hello. Thank you so much for your nice comment already. I am Jess Marcy. I am your Clutter Boss for today, and this is the internet's best weekly decluttering advice show. We have a ton of questions that have already come in, but if you haven't had a chance to submit your questions, please go ahead and pop them into the comments right now. I'll get through as many as I can. I hope everyone enjoyed the long weekend. I know it feels good to be outside working in the sunshine again, for me personally, anyway. All right, so without further ado, let's dive into these questions. Number one, I would like to hear more about meditation. I find that it helps, but I'm using an old CD. Meditation is a great tool to just calm down a lot of thoughts that might be driving you crazy, recurring thoughts, mind, kind of negative self-talk. Meditation just kind of quiets everything down. Meditation is not about stopping your thoughts. It's about taking a minute to be mindful, to just reset. For me, meditation is a lot about breathing, and my meditation personally looks more like breath work. Meditation can look like a lot of different things. The number one, and it can help a lot with decluttering also. So meditation, if you're feeling overwhelmed, doing some breath work or some meditation in that moment can make a really big difference. Meditation does not need to be a long thing. My meditations are 1 to 2 minutes, and I find that that reset is really helpful. If you want to learn more about any topic, the best place to go is YouTube and meditation specifically. There are tons of videos out there about meditation, different styles of meditation. I would encourage you to spend a little bit of time going through some YouTube videos and finding one that really resonates with you. Try it out. The key thing with meditation or any of this stuff, good morning, Angie. Good morning, Linda. The key thing is to be consistent. Be consistent. If you're going to commit to meditation, commit to doing it every day, 1 minute a day, 2 minutes a day. You don't really see the benefit, or you see much more of the benefit if you're consistent. So I would say commit to consistency first, then find a video that resonates with you, use that video, and see how it helps and supports your decluttering process. All right, how to get past emotional attachments. That is a great question. Emotional attachments definitely contribute to us hanging on to our stuff. I don't know that we have to, quote unquote, get past emotional attachments. I think we can work with our emotional attachments. If we think of emotional attachments as something that we need to overcome or remove from our life, it may be very difficult to keep moving forward because who knows how to let go of an emotional attachment. Instead, can we start to shift the way that we talk about emotional attachments, and where we're focusing our decluttering? One thing I've noticed with a lot of clients is I hear this idea, I'm attached to everything. I have strong emotional attachments. I'm an emotional person. I have a lot of these connections and attachments. Maybe start to think of yourself a little bit differently. We all have emotional attachments. And yes, some people are more emotionally attached to more things than other people, but no one is emotionally attached to everything. So, this all or nothing thinking, I have so many emotional attachments, I can't move on. I'm emotionally attached to everything. That all or nothing thinking is what keeps you stuck. If you're struggling with emotional attachments, refocus, find something that you're not emotionally attached to. Start to challenge the idea that emotional attachments are holding you back. Find something that you are emotionally attached to, but you're still able to let it go. Just because we're emotionally attached to things does not mean we have to keep them. That's the other linear way of thinking. Because I have an emotional attachment, I can't let this go. Is it possible that you can be emotionally attached to something and also be able to let it go? Is that in the realm of possibility? Find the things that fall into that category first. Practice letting go of something that you have a small emotional attachment to and see how it feels. strengthen that decluttering muscle in that way. So maybe shift the way you're thinking about emotional attachments, focus on things that are not very emotional, um, seek out those things, and just figure out how to move forward one step at a time, working with yourself and not against yourself. How do you dispose of old wine? So, the best way to dispose of old wine is to empty out the wine, drain it down the sink. You can dilute it with water if you want to. So, be running the water as you're draining out the wine bottle, and then recycle the wine bottle if you have glass recycling in your area. If not, throw it into the trash. So, that is how I would dispose of old wine. I am in a slump. Who can relate to this? I am in a slump. I am hoping to claw my way out. Please let June be my start, and I would love to hear your resetting tips. When you're in a slump, the best thing to do is one small thing consistently. One of the biggest problems that I see is when people are in a slump, they try and change a lot at once. Let's focus on one tiny habit to make us feel better. I have for so long been trying to figure out how to do this myself. So I've been in a lot of slumps in the past. And really, for me, what I have figured out works really well is what I kind of refer to as um, order of actions when I wake up. So if I wake up and can accomplish a couple of things, I call it order of actions or front loading my day. Those accomplishments first thing make a huge difference. So I don't try and attach what I do in the morning to a certain waking up time. Figuring out sleeping as a whole thing connected to being in a slump. But basically, when I wake up, I have a list of things that I do every single day that I don't think about. I just know if I do the dishes, the laundry, and go for a walk, I am going to be in a much better spot after doing that list. So whenever I wake up, it's my order of events. Wake up, throw in a load of laundry, unload the dishwasher, kind of reset the kitchen, switch the laundry, go for a walk. So it looks something like that every single morning. When you're in a slump, if you can get the first couple of things that you do in your day to be things that will make you feel successful, little things. We're not talking about moving mountains here. We're talking about little consistent actions that are going to help you feel successful as your day goes on. That is going to make a huge difference. If decluttering is a goal, you could have declutter 10 things as one of your first things in the morning. Front loading your day, getting these couple of tasks that will help you feel successful done first thing, no matter what. No matter what makes a huge difference in your life. So my number one resetting tip is figure out a couple of things that will help you feel better. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's taking a shower. Maybe it's getting dressed, into something a little nicer than what you've been dressing in. I know that's another thing that I really try and do when I'm in a slump is make myself feel better by putting on slightly nicer clothing. I tend to live in my athletic wear. But just set yourself up for success and do not wait to do these things. If you push off the couple of things that are going to make you feel better, you're never going to do them. You're going to be sitting at 11 o'clock at night feeling bad that you didn't do the things that you said you were going to do later. Front load your day. Have the couple of things that simple things. And actually in the comments, let me know what are like two simple things that if you did them every day, you would feel so much better. For me, it's my dishes and going for a walk. The laundry is a bonus. If I just get those two things done every single day, first thing, I feel so much better, and so will you. This is it's not unique to me at all. So can you come up with a very short list and make it as simple as possible? These are the things that I'm going to do first thing every morning. Non-negotiable. Like, this is my rule for waking up. I wake up. Okay, I do make my coffee also in the morning. And then I do these non-negotiable things. And that is how I move forward. Exercise, shower, laundry. Yeah. I mean, it's the simple things, the routine things. Getting yourself systematized just for a little bit of time in the morning makes a world of difference. If you're in a slump and you're trying to claw your way out, I'm cheering for you. I am cheering for you. I know that you can do it. If you need more help, please continue to post into our Facebook group. It's All Clutter. You're not alone. You are not alone. Okay, next question. And again, if you have questions and you didn't submit them, please put them into the comments. Otherwise, submit them for next week. We have a little form that you can fill out. I have a question and a challenge with craft and creative supplies and materials. Yes, we have a lot of people who struggle with craft supplies. They serve a very valuable purpose and release for me. Challenging to keep in totes and organized. Any experience with this or suggestion would be appreciated. This is the conundrum. When you have a hobby that serves a valuable purpose and a release for you, but you're struggling to keep all of those supplies organized, the question to ask is, at what point do I have so much that this is no longer a valuable purpose and release for me? Instead, it's a challenge and a struggle, and it's actually taking away from that valuable purpose and release. I am 100% in favor of finding the things to help you release your stress. Those very valuable hobbies are so truly important to our mental health. However, it can be very easy to know that this is something we love to do and then collect so many resources where it suddenly becomes overwhelming and not it's the opposite. You're creating the opposite effect in your house. So I challenge you to be ruthless with these collections. If their purpose is to be a release for you, you probably need to release the excess materials so that you can enjoy the activity for the purpose that you want it for that de-stressing purpose. Letting go of the stuff does not mean that you will not be able to have that stress relieving activity in your life. It means that you will have the freedom of space to sit down and truly relax and do your crafting. So don't get stuck in this. If I had more, it would be easier, because the reality is more is oftentimes more difficult, not easier. If you're using your craft supplies as that release, that stress release every day, make sure that part of that is the space that you need to complete the task, to enjoy the activity. Give yourself the gift of the space, let go of the excess. I would say space, when it comes to crafting, is more important than materials. Materials are always easy to get when you need them, and you can be creative with materials. You can search around your house for things. You can find friends who have that stuff. You can always get the materials when you need them. Getting the space when it's been taken over by clutter is so much more difficult. Value the space more than the materials. The materials will always be there. The space you have to keep fighting for. Okay, last question is, I saw a short reference to a daytime call and I cannot participate during the workday. So I think that this was in reference to a boot camp call or perhaps a decluttering marathon. Just a note that any program of ours that you pay for and join, so whether it's like a $10 boot camp or, what I mean, it doesn't matter what the price point is. If you pay for any program of ours, any Clutter Boss program, it is all recorded and you have lifetime access to the recordings. So any of that, if there's a daytime call and you're working, you have access to the recordings. And a lot of times you have access to the coaches also, even if it's not during the call, because we have Facebook groups that go with our programs. We have the It's All Clutter group where we have our coaches are active in that group. So never hesitate to sign up for something because you can't make the time. It's all recorded. You will have ample time to watch it at a time that makes the most sense for you. Obviously, it's impossible for us to schedule calls around everyone's personal schedules because we actually go across, I think, 8 different time zones right now. And our coaches are in different time zones and everyone has a different scenario. So we just do the best that we can. And this is the best solution that we can offer, is to record everything and give you access to those recordings. So that's how it works with the online programming. That was all the questions today. So 6 questions, 6 really good questions. If you're struggling with something and you would like me to answer it live on Ask a Clutter Boss, please pop it into a Facebook group, fill out the form that we have, get the question to me somehow. I would be happy to answer it live. To everyone in the comments here, there's a couple of people have answered, what are my top things to do every day to make me feel good? So exercise, shower, laundry, coffee, meds, put dry dishes away, leave the bathroom clean. I love that. Leave the bathroom clean. That's a great one. Making our bed, prayers, and laundry prep, checking the CBA schedule for the day. So that's Clutter Boss Academy. Yes, that is good to know what calls we have coming up. Make bed, clean the cat's litter boxes, and do laundry. Oh, Terry, I love making my bed too. That really does make me feel better. So that's definitely something I do almost every day. I didn't even think of it because it's so much of a routine now, or a habit. Thank you so much for joining me live or catching the replay. The edited version of this will come out on Friday at 2 p.m. So check back for that then. And as always, thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing our videos. As a small business, and this is a very small business, it makes a huge difference for us, all of the likes, the comments, and the shares. So thank you so much for that. I look forward to seeing you at some point later this week. Have a great day.